All right, a little bit of an update here. Things have not gone smoothly as it usually goes with project cars. Well, this isn't so much a project car. It's a car that was driven almost every day, at least 5 times a week. Well, it was a daily driver until I got my actual daily driver, an RX 350. But this became my fun slash weekend car slash track car. But yeah, this project's gone a little bit sideways. I had a parts car, 2001 parts car that I ended up using the whole drivetrain. So I got a 2002 Mazda Miata, 2001 VVT motor and a 6-speed manual transmission. And I'm also putting in the Torsen that was mated with this transmission, because according to one of my Miata friends, he said if I use the Torsen that came with the car is a 99 Nb1. It looks like an Nb2, but it's front end conversion. My friend said that the 3.9 that comes with the 6-speed wouldn't really work out well for me if I used my old diff, which is a 430 with a 6-speed. So I decided to swap both. The reason being is very short gear ratios, similar to a Mazda Speed Miata. If you've ever seen any acceleration videos of a Mazda Speed Miata, you would see that there's 3 shifts before 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour. And with the 5-speed drive transmission, it's just 2 shifts. So a little bit more user friendly if you're just going on spirited drives in the country, whatnot. But hey, if you're all about acceleration, or if you've built a higher RPM motor, then hey, all the power to you. I mean, it's doable, people have done it. But the reason I swapped over to the differential also, and also another reason why I was happy to get this donor vehicle is because it only had 144,000 kilometers. So that's like, I don't know, 78,000 miles. So it's fairly low when it comes to Mazda drivetrains. So low mileage diff, tranny, and motor, why not, right? The tricky part is going to be getting the variable valve timing running with a 99 computer. So yeah, this is the old motor. It's crazy, you don't realize it because you drive the car all the time, how tired a Miata engine can really be. You don't know because you don't have anything to compare it to. You just drive it, floor it, whatever, it's not that fast. And you're like, whatever, it's a Miata with 140 horse. Well, this motor, it seriously lost some power. Probably 20 horsepower, I'm guessing. I bought the car at 205,000 kilometers, so that's, I think, 120,000 miles. The mileage didn't really concern me because the car was rust-proofed, owned by a 60-year-old guy who couldn't drive it no more due to health issues. But yeah, this motor was really tired, probably low compression or something. And then it developed a rod knock, so that's why I started looking for a donor vehicle. Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't have been easier to just get a 99 2000 Nb1 motor, but hey, that's not how life works, right? You come across a good deal and that's that, right? So with the 2001 motor, I'm going to be keeping the manifold because it's higher flowing. A lot of the Nb1 guys use this manifold, and you also need the EGR tube because it's like 1/3 the weight. Literally, the log steel manifold, I don't know what it is, cast iron. It's honestly really heavy. You could use it as a weight. The one that comes in 99 and 2000 motors, non-California spec, because I know all those cars are all messed up. But this is a nice tubular unit. Very light, better flow, according to all the Miata guys online. And yeah, so I'm gonna be using that. And another thing that I've done, that I believe I've mentioned in another video, is in order to make this motor work, Because I didn't feel super comfortable rewiring the ignition system. It's coil on plugs. I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually, but I just actually changed the injector harness. So I just unbolted the upper plenum here on the intake manifold, and I swapped the injector harness. It just plugs back into this, and then you got your two plugs here for your coil packs, the 99 style coil packs, and then you could just make a bracket hanging off the back, off to the side here. I've seen for the time being, and you have to trim down the plug wires. Those guys right there. The tubes you have to trim down because they're too snug in the Nb1 VVT head. And what else did I do? I also put a new clutch, resurfaced flywheel, throw bearing, pilot bearing. I did a rear main seal, or it's also known as a rear crank seal. The front crank seal was also done. I did buy cam seals, but after taking everything apart, I noticed that there was actually no leaks from the cams. So rather than doing all that work, as the saying goes, don't fix it if it ain't broken. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I put a new water pump, timing belt, and tensioners, and thermostat. And while the engine's out of the car, I just changed the motor oil, and I have spark plugs that I will put in after the car is running, because it runs pretty good with these plugs that came with it. But I always change plugs with new cars and new motors. So hopefully everything works out. Oh yeah, also valve cover gasket. We put a dab of this high temperature gasket maker over top of where the camshafts go. So I got one here, a dab here, right there, and also at the front. You can see a little bit of the red right there. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. All right, thanks for watching.